sun is a high power, natural law, vital warmth, revelation, clarity, greatness, purification, self awareness, the central truth, the center, heart of the matter, stripping away shadows, something of value, wealth. So spiritually, you are abundant. You're in tune with your soul, your higher self, the natural law of the universe, the yin yang, understanding the purpose of all things and why they exist. Spiritually, you're in tune. You know what's up spiritually. Five of discs in reverse is destitution, bankruptcy, loss of possessions, ruin, chaos, discord, friendlessness, obstinacy, blaming others. So intellectually, your mind is being cast out. You feel like you're the outcast for some reason. Well, I don't think your mind is in tune with your spirit. But if it is, then you are having a hard time with, like, if you're more spiritual than intellectual, your mind is having a hard time, but it relies back on the spirit. So you're kind of in a personal conflict of what you think and what you know, or what you know and what you think, or you know what I mean? It's like, oh well, this too shall pass, nothing lasts forever, right? I'll be all right. But if you're more in line with your mind than your spirit, then you're not realizing there's too shall pass, nothing lasts forever, right? You're like potentially having a hard time with it because I'm seeing down here the Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant, and you're potentially having trouble with realizing what you're thinking about isn't really going to last, and it's just a temporary situation. And there's something to be learned here about it. You're holding the wisdom, but you're not looking at it. You're looking at how the stones are coming at you being thrown. Book of knowledge there from your personal, it's like his diary of what he's been through, and he knows what's up. But he's not thinking about that. He's thinking about the stones coming at him. And he's hanging upside down, so this could be a hangman also correlation because it's in the intellectual. You might need to get a new perception about how you're thinking about things, and maybe there's a blessing in disguise going on. Ten of Swords in the physical. This is disruption, failure, defeat, ruin, affliction, loss of discipline, mental collapse. So you may be to blame. You are guilty of your own physical suffering, whether it's you're having health issues, or you're having home life issues, or you're having financial issues. You're laying here ready to have your head cut off, but I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. Okay, remember what I said about the intellectual with the Five of Disc over there. Okay? This too shall pass, nothing lasts forever, right? See the blessing in disguise. How you can reform and reprocess what you've going through and what you've been through to prepare for your new updated version. That you're going to be, when you get updates, it takes a moment, right? It doesn't happen instantly, right? So you're being prepared for your updates in your version 2.8643, whatever, you know what I mean? The Knight of Swords in reverse, a young man who is fond of arguing for or against a thing merely for the pleasure of hearing himself talk, but who holds no strong principles of his own. He likes to fence with words and delights in the clash of ideas. The truth does not matter to him very much. Indeed, he has a difficult time recognizing it because he is able to rationalize both sides of any issue. He obstinately refuses to accept what does not suit his own purposes, and those who oppose him soon see the malicious side of his nature. He is apt to insult and browbeat those he cannot convince. So socially, you're in constant conflict. You're either defending yourself or you're being attacked. And you're running around being the horseman, right? So you are. You're the archer. Running around upside down, not realizing you're upside down running around. You're a hypocrite. Not, you know what I mean. Like, not in the essence of being a hypocrite, but in the essence of, hey, maybe you need to stick, keep to yourself. Stop sticking your nose in other people's business, maybe. I don't know what it is, but there's something there to be said about how you're behaving socially and interacting with others. I think it's time to be a hermit for you. But you're not going to do that. You're going to run around with your head cut off. I don't know. No, you got to decide what you're going to do, right? So I would figure be more hermetic. The Hierophant in the heart, is going to tell us more. The Hierophant, it references tradition, authority, religion, commandment, code of honor, duty, history, the past, weight of precedent, priest, minister, church, temple, morality, confession. And too often, those heads of religion are hypocritical. And they don't show that because they're in a place of, I have to be holier than thou. Let that sink in for a moment. Where it correlates down here with the social. If you reference your spirit knows that your heart means well, but it doesn't practice well. It doesn't reinforce well. Okay? Especially when the mind's over here doing what it does. Alright? So, my words of wisdom from my deep understanding, which is pretty much what this card is, painting is a true deep understanding of the spiritual. Okay? Even though the Hierophant references established heads of religion, the Hierophant also can, correlate the established past wisdom and knowledge deep in the soul if you unlock it and don't be the physical 3D Hierophant that's a hypocrite, right? So instead of sitting there running around shooting your arrows, how about you sit back and relax and contemplate and listen? Don't speak. Just let it sink in for a while. Let someone vent on you and not respond in any way at all. Go home, sleep on it, and think about it. How it can actually affect you and correlate with you in your life, and how you can see yourself in them and them in yourself. And that when you're talking to someone, you're really just talking to yourself. Then you cannot be the hypocrite because you're actually realizing that you're talking to a mirror when you're talking to someone else. That's the true deep understanding. That's the true Hierophant way of the spirit. Is to see the reflection of others in yourself and yourself and others, right? So whatever they've been through, you've probably been through in many lives. And vice versa. Okay? So stop being like, oh, I know better. Trust me. We know better, not you. Right? Alright. Zadkiel, or Kale. The one, angel of mercy. The one who meets, out forgiveness. And the one who judges transgression. Zadkiel is the swift gavel as well as the crushing hammer. Those who have sinned against your fellow man, Zadkiel may relieve you of your punishment, but in asking you, submit yourself to the scales of the angel's judgment and wrath. Zadkiel sees all the cracks and seams of the soul, finds all the things we cover up to convince ourselves of the illusion of a moral existence. Zadkiel reminds us to reveal our failings openly and be judged by those that have the power to forgive. It is only the just who may make such reckoning. This references scales, rising smoke, a gavel. So it's kind of correlating directly to your emotional aspect, the Hierophant, not being a hypocrite. the social, the Knight of Swords, Ten of Swords, you know, go to those who can forgive to be judged, right? Spiritual knows. It's up here with Zadkiel, Sun. Lilith, thief of life, hunger, animalism, instinct. A creature who has inspired multiple legends across a number of domains and cultures. She pays no attention to border or boundary, consuming any lost soul that wanders across her path in her insatiable hunger. Lilith is the principle of bottomless appetite, that which consumes without nourishment or purpose, and is never stated. Where Lilith appears, examine your desires with an honest eye. Would achieving them truly feed you? Or are you following an instinct without understanding what it serves? Dark desires got you to this Ten of Swords issue, which is why you're thinking the way you're thinking, and the way you're acting with social interactions, and being a hypocrite with your heart. Lilith is feeding on you, and you're being like Lilith feeding on others, or feeding on yourself. Wake up and realize what you're dealing with. Movement. You are in a time of positive forward motion. This is the time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. Do you feel as if you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. Another message is this lesson. I'm sorry. Another message is this. Lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. So, are you running in circles? I think the second half is probably more accurate, but if moving and or getting a new job or whatever it is, that if it helps you get out of this and see things from another perspective, because you're dealing with people who you shouldn't be having to deal with because they're not coming from a place of love and compassion, then that might be a good thing. But it might be coming from you. I don't know, because every Sagittarius isn't the same, right? So some kind of movement needs to be addressed, whether it's away from a problem or the problem within you. Hey Scorpio, this is your November 5 aspects of yourself reading 2021. Scorpio, November 2021. For spiritual, we got Queen of Discs. For intellectual, we have the Star in reverse. For physical, we got the Three of Wands. For social, we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. And for emotional, we got the Two of Discs. Angel Arena message for Scorpio, November 2021. Sandalphon, Angel of New Life. Mausoleum message for Scorpio, November 2021. The Traveler, Keeper of the Crossroads. Enchanted map message for Scorpio, November 2021. Stuck in the mud.